For our last video, we wanted to give you just a few little tips and tools that you can take and try with the kids. Remember, our entire purpose is to keep them in their upstairs brains, right, where they can do the thinking and they can make choices. And also keeping in mind there are certain ways that we can do that. We've talked about being playful. Our kids need for us to be playful. That keeps them in their upstairs brain. And we remember that play disarms fear. There are a few other things we can do to help keep them in their upstairs brain. One is to give our kids choices. Now, choices are tricky because in TBRI, we're not talking about giving them a choice that basically manipulates them into doing what the adult wants them to do. We're talking about giving them a choice between two good things. Now, I have to practice this because it's important that our kids get into the place where they can make positive choices. But right now, with the trauma that they've endured, with even what the last few weeks have held, we want for them to be able to just make a choice. Do you want, this piece of fruit, or do you want this piece of fruit? Do you want to play with Play-Doh right now, or do you want to color right now? Things that the outcome of their choice does not matter to me. That's the kind of choice I want to give. I don't want to give them choices that say, you better do what I'm going to say, or you get this. That is not a choice, right? Their choices need to be good and they need to be reflective of their opportunity to make positive choices. And the other thing is that this gives them a little bit of control into their lives. Their lives have been turned upside down. They may not even speak the same language as some of their caregivers right now. And so anything we can do to give them control is going to keep them in their upstairs brain. So we really have to practice giving them choices. And for me, I practice giving them choices on things that whatever they choose is fine with me, because otherwise choices can be a little bit harder to think about. So just keep in mind, we can give them some control in their life by being able to choose some opportunities for them. Okay, our second tool is a redo. And when we say redo, we're basically saying you get a second chance to do what we just didn't do well. So if a child grabs something from me and I say, whoa, 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 buddy, you want to try that with some respect? This is how we ask to have something that's in someone else's hand. So we're trying to get them to have a memory of doing this thing the right way. And I think it's important to note that these kids in particular, and I would say in every video, I echo this for the adults, they are learning to live in a whole new culture, a whole new language, new food, all of these things. And that's traumatic. So by doing things like saying, oh, you made a little mistake, let's practice that the right way, instead of saying, we don't do things that way, you can't grab things from me, we're going to send them into their downstairs brain just by not allowing them a chance to have some grace. So I don't know about you guys, but I need grace all of the time. And so not only do our kids get redos, but sometimes we do too. So if I'm exhausted or stressed out and I get grumpy with a child when it's not their fault, then I might ask them for a redo. Hey, I'm so sorry, I was grumpy. Can I try that again? And show them that it's okay to make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes, but we also have to do things the right way. So we don't just walk away from making a mistake. We stay in relationship with the person, we resolve the issue, and we practice doing things the right way. That is why we do a redo. It is simply to give the child a chance to do something the right way that maybe they don't know how to do, maybe they've never done before, maybe they're in their downstairs brain or getting close to there and need some assistance. But mostly it's about continuing to stay in connection and in relationship with them and saying, just because that little thing didn't happen well, it's okay. That doesn't compromise our relationship. I'm still here for you in this very, very challenging time. And I'm not giving up, or I'm not getting mad because you messed up. Okay. Now, we do have to have some level of upstairs brain capacity to do a redo, which also means when we do a redo, we can do connection. So remember all those engagement strategies. This is a great time when they do a great job on the redo to give a high five and tell them how great they are, right? It's a great time to go back and practice connection instead of and somewhat being combative, okay? The last thing I want to talk about is transitions. These kids and families have been through major transitions over the last few weeks. Major, major, major transitions. That means that they are naturally going to be alarmed and fearful anytime something has to change. And so we want to make sure that we prepare them for transitions. And I mean things as small as bedtime or snack time is coming, or we're going to stop playing with this and start playing with that, because their brains are not prepared to change again. They have had so much change, and we need to prepare their brains for any kind of transition that we're going to build into their day. So we're going to warn them. And you need to do this with the adults too. In 5 minutes, we're going to stop playing with Play-Doh and we're going to start having snack, right? And I just actually was texting with somebody who is serving refugees in Poland right now. And she said that the teenagers are really loving Play-Doh. And that's why I keep coming back to that, because it's not just the little kids that enjoy that activity. So in 5 minutes, we're going to stop doing this and we're going to start doing this, because their brain doesn't just need to know that this is going to stop. They need to know that the next thing that they're going to is still safe. Okay. If you think about the way many of them left, it was very hurried, it was very rushed, and it was with a whole lot of fear. So doing anything, they need to know that the next thing is safe. Okay. We're going to have snack. So then I'm going to come back 2 more minutes. In 2 minutes, we're going to stop doing Play-Doh or arts and crafts or playing outside or whatever we're doing. And we're going to come in and we're going to have our snack. Okay, in 2 minutes, we're going to have snack. And this time I might tell them what their choices are for snack, because I'm trying to pull their brain. Their brain feels safe right here doing what they want to do or what they are doing. And I'm trying to pull their brain into this idea that we're going to shift over to something. I want to keep them in their upstairs brain. So 2 minutes, we're going to move from here to here. And then when it's time to go, we need to make sure, okay, 1 more minute, we're going to start cleaning up so that we can go have our snack. And we need to make sure that we do this at that 1 minute mark and we start cleaning up so that we can prepare their brains to move. Now, if they don't want to go, the best thing we can do is to build in connection. Hey, I heard that we're going to have bananas for snack. Do you like bananas? Bananas are one of my favorite fruits. Let's go see if we can find a banana for you. Something like that, where we bring them closer to us so that we're building connection, we're building felt safety, we're co-regulating during what is a very difficult time of day so that they can successfully transition from one thing to the next, hopefully without having a meltdown. There are so many things that produce fear for them right now. So anytime we're going to shift, bedtime is scary, waking up might be scary, whatever it is, we need to go really easy in and recognize that transition. And we need to know that our kids and our adults need to know what's coming next. We wish we could do more for you. We hope all of this information has been really helpful. And from all of us at the Care and Purpose Institute of Child Development, we are thinking about you and we are caring for you from here.